Welcome back, everyone. I am so thrilled to have you here for another edition of The Explainer. If you're the kind of person who loves digging in to find structure, clarity, and, well, really deep meaning in ancient texts, you are in the exact right place. Today, we're going to explore some truly ancient, deeply comforting promises found in Scripture. We're unpacking a very specific, powerful concept, a framework, really, for finding absolute security in what is, let's face it, a totally unpredictable world. Let's get right into it. Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to just take a second and honestly ask yourself, where do you turn when life's storms threaten your peace? Because we all face moments of deep vulnerability, right? Sudden anxieties, unexpected health issues, financial crises, or honestly just the overwhelming weight of daily life. When those situations hit, and they always do, for sure, what's your immediate reflex? Where exactly is your safe space?
That brings us to section 1, facing the storm and a rock of refuge.
So, to really wrap our heads around this, we've got to ground ourselves in a raw, natural metaphor. The ancient writers, they didn't use abstract philosophical terms to describe safety. They looked right at the physical world around them. Imagine that terrifying feeling of being completely exposed to a massive, threatening storm. You know, the biting wind, the freezing rain, that absolute sheer anxiety of having zero shelter. Now imagine finding a hiding place, a massive, unyielding stone structure. You step behind it, and instantly, the wind is blocked, the rain can't touch you, you're enveloped in ultimate security and safety. The source material uses this exact physical contrast to vividly illustrate Jehovah's role for those who look to him. He is literally that impenetrable rock.
This is beautifully summed up in our first core text, Psalm 94, verse 22. My God is my rock of refuge. What's actually so fascinating here is how directly it establishes Jehovah as the ultimate safeguard. Notice the writer doesn't say God is kind of like a refuge. He says God is the rock of refuge. It's a definitive, absolute statement of protection against anything that threatens our well-being.
But you might be wondering, what does that protection actually look like in practice? Well, let's break down these dense theological promises into a clear, actionable checklist based on Ezekiel chapter 34, verses 25 and 26. First off, he keeps us safe in the present moment. Second, and I find this deeply comforting, he prevents us from suffering lasting harm. The storm might still happen, sure, but the permanent damage, that's mitigated. And third, the ultimate promise. He will eventually eliminate whatever threatens our peace and security entirely. He actively works to just completely remove the root cause of the storm.
Which leads us nicely right into section 2, peace through prayer.
We've established this incredible, unyielding refuge. But honestly, a refuge is totally useless if you don't know how to step inside it, right? So how do we make him our refuge? It's one thing to know the rock is out there, but it takes deliberate action on our part to actually seek shelter behind it. And the source material makes it crystal clear. The direct path to this safety isn't some physical journey you take, it's a spiritual one.
It's a chronological journey of faith. Step 1, you face a threatening situation. The storm arrives. Step 2, you pray to Jehovah. This right here is the mechanism for stepping behind the rock. Prayer is the actual action of seeking cover. And step 3, you receive peace. Now, experiencing that anxiety doesn't necessarily mean the storm instantly vanishes into thin air, but your internal state completely changes because you are now inside the refuge.
But we should probably define what that peace actually is. According to Philippians chapter 4, verses 6 and 7, it is the peace of God. And this is defined as a profound tranquility from Jehovah that actively safeguards our heart and mind. So the absolute crucial takeaway here is that this peace isn't just an empty void or, a mere absence of conflict. No, it's an active, guarding force. It's like having a top-tier security detail standing watch over your deepest thoughts and most fragile emotions. That is exactly what this peace does. All right, let's step into our final section. Section 3, the eternal rock and a loyal rewarder. We've seen exactly how to find the refuge, but human nature being what it is, we naturally wonder, how long is this going to last? Worldly shelters degrade, they erode over time. So will this rock stand the test of time? Well, the answer is right there in Isaiah chapter 26, verses 3 and 4. Trust in Jehovah forever, for Jehovah is the eternal rock. Unlike those temporary fixes, worldly solutions, or human institutions that eventually just crumble or let us down, this support is permanent. It's eternal. It will never, ever erode.
Because he is eternal, it actually guarantees 3 things for us today. First, he will always be alive to keep his promises.
You never have to worry about the promise maker expiring. Second, he will always hear our prayers. That line of communication, it never goes down. And third, he will always give us the exact support we need. We can confidently and absolutely depend on his continuous, active listening and backing. And there is an incredibly beautiful layer of mutual relationship here, highlighted perfectly in 2 Samuel 22:26. Jehovah is loyal to those who serve him. This isn't just some one-way street of seeking shelter. There is a profound mutual loyalty at play. When you demonstrate faith and serve him, that devotion is deeply valued. It's seen and it is reciprocated with divine loyalty. How amazing is that? This brings us to the ultimate reward, drawing from Hebrews chapter 6 and 11. The promises are so clear. He will never forget what we do, and he will always reward us. Jehovah's protection isn't just a temporary shield for today's storm. It's part of an eternal reward for your continuous faith. Every single prayer, every little act of trust, it is all remembered and rewarded by the eternal rock. So I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought to really reflect on. We've explored the structure of this ancient promise. We've seen the mechanics of prayer and the rock-solid guarantee of eternal loyalty. But the actual application, that is entirely up to you. Will you make the eternal rock your refuge when the next storm arrives? Because the storm will come. But now, you know exactly where the hiding place is. For more information, please visit jw.org. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and press bell icon to get the notification for new video.